Well, you send one of the best rookies in the game to the mound. Zach Britton shut down the Red Sox last night. And tonight, Jeremy Guthrie hopes to do the same as the Orioles try and make it 2 in a row. It's the Orioles on Masson, and welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards as the fans file in for Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Orioles. The O's with a grinded-out win last night and a good one, a 4-1 final in the W column. Orioles now have won 6 of the last 10 games they have played against Boston. They'll try and up that number tonight here in the second game of this series. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. Last night, we got to see Zach Britton on the mound, and the youngster continues to impress. Take a look at the numbers for rookie pitchers as far as the Orioles are concerned. In their first 5 starts, Ben McDonald went 5-0 rookie season, Josh Towers 4-0, then Zach Britton, Sammy Stewart, and Wally Bunker all with 4-1 marks. Britton's 2.84 ERA, second among American League rookies right now. He had to work out of a couple of jams, but only a couple in the ball game last night. That's how effective he was. One of them came in the 5th inning, bases loaded. Gonzalez at the plate. He needed to get that final out. Ball game still close. He got it. Got a rollover ground ball. Pedroia out on the force at second base. In the very next inning, the 6th, Kyle Crawford. Runners on at first and second. 2 down. Adam Jones would handle it. Those were really the 2 best chances the Red Sox had. Mike Flanagan, he was outstanding.
He was outstanding. I mean, that sinker ball of his, he got 10 ground ball outs. This is a very tough lineup. A lot of good left-handed hitters, and he really nullified the left-handed hitter last night. And you go back and you talk about some of those other rookie stars, Ben McDonald and Josh Towers. He's the only lefty among them, so I'm partial to Zach Britton. So he really has the outstanding, and he has the stuff that he can do this for a long time.
Now Jeremy Guthrie hopes to follow that trail that was blazed last night, but against a team he hasn't had much luck against.
He hasn't. He started off well, and he didn't really get any credit for the wins. He always seems to be a victim of poor run support, but over the last 9 games, 0-7 with a very lofty ERA. This is a club, again, when you pitch in the American League East for 3 or 4 or 5 years, you're facing these clubs an awful lot of times, and I think it gets a little bit too familiar.
So the Orioles will hope the middle of the lineup can supply some runs for Jeremy Guthrie in this game. Delighted to have you with us. We get set to go. When we come back, Red Sox Orioles, first pitch. Lesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Take a look at our train game time temperature under overcast skies at the moment with thunderstorms around. It's 77 degrees. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Swirling winds as we open this ball game up. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Red Sox, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Gonzalez. Youkilis, Ortiz, and Drew. Lowry, Crawford, and Varitek. Jacoby Ellsbury against Guthrie. Almost a .400 average.
Let's take a look at our scouting report. It really followed the rookie last night. Zach Britton did masterful. A lot of ground balls. It would behoove certainly Jeremy Guthrie to do the same. Keep the ball down. Use that sinker. And to change the plan, the overall record 1-7 lifetime, just 2-12 in 14 decisions or 14 games against the Red Sox in which Jeremy has started, and needs some support. Getting right around 2.5 runs per start, not really indicative of how well he has pitched. A 1-3 record with a very low ERA in the threes.
It's just amazing how consistent it has been for Guthrie. Last year he had 17 losses since the start of 2010. The Orioles in those 17 games have scored 24 runs while he's been in the ball game. That's 1.4 runs a game. And they have scored 3 or fewer runs in 21 of his 36 starts. And it's just amazing that that kind of low production offensively can continue on over such a long period. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off. He's got a 5-game hit streak, continued it last night with a 1-for-4 in the ball game. And the speedster will take it for a strike, and we are underway. I have no idea where the wind's going to blow the ball to start this game. I mean, there are thunderstorms all over the place, and it seems like every 30 seconds the wind direction changes here. Great off-speed delivery, swung on and missed, and Ellsbury quickly behind on the count, 0-2.
What Guthrie has been doing is taking a little bit more off that changeup. You can see him sell it a little bit more with his body. Usually closer to 90 miles an hour. Fastball 96, changeup 88, and now the changeup, he's taking that speed off of it. And what happens? It goes from a miss hit when they swing at it to a swing and a miss, and that's what he's trying to get.
Jacoby Ellsbury back into the leadoff spot. He'd been taken out of it for about a week when he was not hitting, put back into that spot, and he'll reach for that and just pokes it foul. Ellsbury has struck out an amazing 21 times already this year and has drawn only 7 walks. That is way above any number that he's had in his professional career. He's struck out on a greater percentage than Reggie Jackson, the all-time leader in strikeout percentage. 1-2 delivery will be popped up. Third base Reynolds, and there'll be no room.
So you got David Ortiz taking pitches, and now Ellsbury swinging for the fences and striking out.
It must be April. Yeah, this couple of the many odd numbers around the game of baseball. Terry Francona's team 10-12. 3 games behind the Yankees in first place. The Orioles 9-12. 3.5 games behind. The Orioles could win. They would switch places with the Red Sox in the early standings. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that will be taken, and a 2-ball 2-strike count on Ellsbury. Ellsbury gives great speed to this lineup if he can get on base, and that's why the strikeouts are something he obviously wants no part of. 2-2 delivery, and down low, and a 3-ball 2-strike count. Red Sox have continued as a team to be a patient team. They continue to work pitchers deep into counts. 3-2 delivery, and that's going to go into left field for a base hit. So Ellsbury, with a successful at bat, worked the count and then delivers a single. Here's Dustin Pedroia. Or Pedroia last night, a 1-for-3 stolen base, run scored. That was the steal he put up at third. And against Guthrie has that 10-for-33 lifetime number.
Yeah, now both clubs hitting the exact 239. Big difference between the two ball clubs coming in tonight is the base on balls. The Red Sox with 94, the Orioles with 52.
Red Sox lead the majors in walks per ball game. And the slider will miss outside for a ball. have to be concerned about Ellsbury at first base, even though it's early in the ball game. He's 5 out of 8 in stolen bases, 5 of the 14 that the Red Sox have on the board.
In his young career, he's stolen 25 of 26 against the Orioles. He's been caught once.
Wieters has the big numbers, 5 for 11, throwing out base stealers, leading the American League catchers in that department. Guthrie keeping a close eye on Ellsbury, who has that walking lead. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a throw over, easy one to getting back to the bag.
Some runners, when you look over at first, try to lull you to sleep and look like they're not going to run. Ellsbury has the look that he wants to run.
And he stepped the lead off about a half a step more than he had before the throw. Long hold, 1-1, runner not going. High and down the line. And that too is going to end up in the seats. Scott and Reynolds coming over. The Orioles have picked the pace up against the Red Sox in the last 10 meetings. These two teams, you see the numbers that they have put up. The Orioles a better batting average, have outscored them by 4. Home runs have gone the Red Sox favor. Runner in scoring position number all to the Orioles. So the Orioles are looking, as they split the series last year 9-9, to take a series against Boston this year. Guthrie will miss just a little bit outside. 96 miles an hour clocked on the fastball. 2 ball, 2 strike count.
That last start, you could really see Jeremy Guthrie getting his strength back. And that one start after that bout with pneumonia, everything seemed to be off about 4 to 5 miles an hour, as well as endurance.
2-2 getting back. Against Minnesota in his last outing, just 2 runs, 7 hits in 7 innings. But a home run by Tomey would prove to be enough in that ball game, as the Twins won it 3-1. All low scoring games for Guthrie, wins or losses. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Ellsbury not going, and Pedroia again will pop it up back into the seats. So the 2 at the top of the order, forcing some pitches to be thrown by Guthrie, 13 of them so far. There is Josh Beckett. He will be making the start for the Red Sox, sitting and watching and hoping for early support. Guthrie has not surrendered a run in the first inning so far this season.
Yeah, that's a big adjustment from last year. I think he got close to 40% of his runs in the first 2 innings.
Pedroia fights that one off. Pedroia has struck out 15 times while walking 16. So he's already had a lot of plate appearances without putting the ball in play. When he has, though, 284. He's got 4 doubles and a couple of home runs. 2-2. Ellsbury's made no move to take off at first. And does not here. And Pedroia will get just enough to fight it off. So Guthrie has had to throw to the first 2 Red Sox hitters the number of pitches he'd like to have thrown for the inning.
Yeah, you get a chance as a hitter to grade what his stuff is, how hard he's throwing, how much the baseball is moving, what's his second best pitch. It's all the information he gathers as long as right along with the other hitters.
In the air to left field, going back for it is Scott. Look at the wind blow it. And again, if you look at the flags, the wind looked like it was blowing out, but if you watch the ball came back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Luke Scott misread it and was anticipating it to carry better. Again, because of that, there is a stiff breeze blowing. It would assume out through that gap between the left field stands and the scoreboard. But right there puts the brakes on.
Well, gets the big out, 1 away. Ellsbury's still on. If Ellsbury's going to run, now would be the time. Gonzalez is up. Had a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night. 3-game hit streak. But as Beck Showalter interestingly said in the press conference before the game, talking about the Orioles not stealing bases, says you can always talk yourself out of it. Stealing a base. And here's a situation where Ellsbury can be over there going, gee, I want to keep this hole between first and second for the batter. I don't want to run. And he's not. That one in the air to right center field. Going back Markakis. Nobody's going to get it. Markakis will play it in, and it will be a double for Gonzalez. Over to third base goes Ellsbury.
Gonzalez on the 0-1 pitch just splits the seam, ends up below middle of the plate at 94, and watch Markakis and watch Jones, and it's just perfectly between them. Not too many balls hit in that area going to land in the grass in this ballpark without one of the two, Markakis or Jones, getting to it.
You see why Ellsbury did not score. He had to wait and see whether or not someone was going to catch that ball. Here's Kevin Youkilis, 0 for 3 last night. He will foul it away, so chance for the Red Sox to get on the board early. Youkilis only 143 with runners in scoring position this year, and only 212 overall. He is generally one of the best in the American League in this department of getting people home. One down, infield back. Youkilis will take the breaking ball outside.
Part of the problem is he's just not hitting right-handed pitching at all. 5 for 37, a 135 average with no home runs.
It's an unbelievable number for someone who's as consistent a contact hitter as Youkilis is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guthrie in the early jam here, and he'll catch the outside corner with it. Youkilis looked back at Field and Calvert, the home plate umpire, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Quality pitch right there. Youkilis last year hit .275 off right-handers and .404 off lefties. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ellsbury off third, Gonzalez off second, and Guthrie will wait as Youkilis steps out. Youkilis only a 197 average against Jeremy Guthrie, but he does have 3 home runs of him. 1-2. Outside with it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mark Connor, pitching coach, leaning forward, already beginning to think 22 pitches first inning.
Yeah, do the math.
2-2 delivery, and he got him. Kevin Youkilis after a pitch that was not close, and a big strikeout for Guthrie.
Let's take a look at this last pitch from Jeremy Guthrie. Off the plate, you see Youkilis just trying to protect the plate. Big pitch by Guthrie.
That's a big out. And now here's Ortiz. 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. Now has a 3-game hit streak going. 2 on and 2 down. Popped him up. Got to make this play. And a tough catch by Andino. The Red Sox, who are hitting .202 with runners in scoring position, unable to get anything in. Guthrie gets it done. for the Orioles, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Roberts, Markakis, and Lee, Guerrero, Scott, and Jones, Reynolds, Wieters, and Andino, Luke Scott against Beckett. Yowie.
Let's take a look at the scouting report. Maybe he's become the ace again. Still just 30 years old. Josh Beckett appears to be healthy again, just putting up some outstanding numbers. And when he's right, he's one of the best in the business and fun to watch. Last 23 innings, he's allowed just 8 hits, and he's been in the attack mode. And through all that, he's only allowed 1 home run, and the other thing that's gone up is from the ground up. The percentage of ground ball outs and strikeouts way up for Josh Beckett.
Injury-plagued season last year, healthy this year, and so far it is showing up. Brian Roberts with a 12-game hit streak will be leading it off for the Orioles. Brian had a 1-for-5 in the ball game last night to keep that streak alive, and he will take the pitch for a strike. Brian's really had a great start offensively. 5th longest active streak in the majors. 327 during the 12-game streak. Way outside. Beckett had that one slip away, and the count will go to 1-1. Numbers on the season, he's been the Oriole leader, in runs batted in, and for the early 3 weeks in home runs. 1-1 delivery to him. He'll take that one to left field. Crawford back. Look at it. Carey! And he makes the catch. Right at the 364 mark.
I said it had to carry because the flag is limp.
Wow.
With it blowing out, it's not carrying. With the flag limp, you can see Crawford barely catching up with this ball. Low line drives, carried it extremely well.
An early big catch in left field. Brian Roberts hit it hard off Beckett. Here's Nick Markakis. Nick now at 207, a 1-for-5 in the ball game last night. Nick continuing to look for those multi-hit games and get that average started the other way. And he will go after the Beckett pitch and foul it off. Against Beckett, a 308 career average and 1 home run. Orioles have some pretty good numbers against him. Speed pitch right there. Another changeup and an 0-2 count.
It seems to be becoming a very popular pitch. We've seen that with Clay Buchholz throw, 4, 5, 6 in a row. You can see actually now Jeremy Guthrie featuring his a little bit more. So these pitchers making an adjustment and also copying success.
Markakis hard to second base. Pedroia's up with it. Had a chance to talk on our Wired Wednesday with Buck Showalter before the game. Asked him before the Red Sox series last night and the Orioles winning, were you thinking about making changes in the lineup?
Well, if I was, I wouldn't broadcast it.
Okay.
They certainly don't. They don't need to be hearing about that and some veiled threat. This and that. They know that. They understand the job description, and they don't need to be hearing everybody. They hear it all the time, and their ability to deflect that from their performance. But they understand that at some point we'll make some adjustments. But I trust them, and I think we make way too much of an actual batting order. But sometimes there are times that you have to kind of shake things up a little bit just to get a different look.
Beckett trying to knock that down on Lee, and he's got a base hit. And one of the reasons there wasn't a need to shake the lineup, one, the Orioles won last night, and secondly, Lee, Guerrero, Scott all had good nights, and Lee's got a single.
Yeah, the trio was on base 8 times last night. This one off the glove, the webbing of Josh Beckett's glove, and enters up in no man's land. Probably an out if he lets it go, but it's awful difficult to get in that habit of letting those go.
So that'll bring up Guerrero as the thunder rumbles around the ballpark. Vladimir Guerrero, first 3-hit ball game as an Oriole, 3 for 4 last night. He's a .250 hitter with a couple of home runs lifetime off Josh Beckett. Orioles able to get on the board and get the lead in the ball game last night. For both of these teams, scoring first has mattered this year. He'll take the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. For Vladdy last night, along with the 3 for 4 run, he's got the .250 average and a couple of dingers off Beckett. And you'd love to crunch one right here.
Yep, that average keeps creeping up to 287. I went and looked him up today just to see how many singles he had hit. He's among the league leaders in singles. Ichiro has 26 on the year. Vlad has 20.
Hot dog wrapper wins. They take the timeout to gather it up.
I thought he was going to swing at it. Let's take a look at the defense. Crawford will be in left. Ellsbury in center. Drew in right. Euclid, Lowry, Pedroia, Gonzalez around the infield. Jason Varitek, the veteran, back behind the plate. Tonight's defense is brought to you by Nissan. It's a great deal in your new Nissan. Hurry. The door of opportunity closes May 2nd.
Vladdy will take the pitch on the fastball and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Guerrero has raised his average 45 points in the last 6 games, even though he is not in a hitting streak. He's gone 10 for 25. 1-1 delivery, and that's down the line the other way. It is curving, and it will end up in the seats. So all of these hitters in the first inning are putting some foul balls out and forcing the starters, Beckett and Guthrie, to throw a little. Lee back to the bag. Yeah, it's always gathering information as the hitters, and for the pitchers, he's trying to figure out what's working too, what kind of strike zone it is. Is it low? Is it high? Is it expansive? Is it small? All this information gathering in the first inning is usually the reason that teams have a lot of success. Before that pitcher can get his feet on the ground, as they say, you better get him early. 1-ball, 2-strike count. Lee at first base being held by Gonzalez. Guerrero will take the pitch away. For Beckett against the Orioles, he went 0-1 last year, 2 games. Both pitched here in this ballpark. 6-3 lifetime, a .353 career earned run average against the Orioles. He is 5-2 in games pitched here with a 2.94 ERA at Camden Yards. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Vladdy will take another one. So not biting. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
Driving up, and again, that fastball at 94 miles an hour from Beckett. Maybe he's just trying to fill a column.
Get a 1.
He's not going to get a 1 in
that
column.
My guess is it's not going to happen. What do you think? All right, 3-2. Runner goes in the air. Right field. One just stays up in the air, and Drew is there to put it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on, 1 complete. No score.
First inning, 24 pitches, extended runners on second, third, made some big pitches, got his pitches established. Nice play by Andino to end the inning. Wind swirling around, so 24 pitches in the first. He'd like to cut that number down as we go on, but I would say he's established his fastball changeup.
He'll face Drew, Lowry, and Crawford. J.D. Drew will take the breaking ball for a strike. Drew's got a 3-game hit streak. He also had a 1 for 4 Orioles winning last night 4-1, out hitting the Red Sox 12-6. As Clay Buchholz surrendered a career high 12 hits in that ball game. Britton winning over Buchholz. And now Guthrie after the victory here tonight, which would assure the Orioles of a series win with one more game left in this homestand. Zach Britton on the left, Ryan Mattis on the right. Off the fists, Guthrie coming right back inside on him, and a 2-strike count. Well, Jeremy Guthrie in his home yard. This is the 65th start he's had here at Camden Yards. 18 wins, 29 losses, and his ERA in this ballpark is just a bit over 4. One and two. Outfield deep. And wondering which way the wind's blowing. Just reached and fouled that one back. Left-handers against Guthrie are 267. Right-handers 195 so far.
Yeah, he's really taking care of those right-handed batters. That's just outstanding.
That one is going to be down low. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Drew.
You know, Jeremy Guthrie's numbers just never seem to add up. Career 39 and 51. ERA, career ERA right around 4. 50 less hits than innings pitched. He's pitched over 800 innings in the big leagues. That's pretty significant. 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. But the wins just haven't been there. And all you can say is run support. I'd like to apologize to Jeremy Guthrie because he's wearing my number. When I gave him the number and said he could use it and wear it, and he said he would wear it with pride, I said the one thing you can count on, there's plenty of wins left in there, and there's plenty of runs left in there. And I feel like I lied to him.
Well, you haven't had it that bad, so you can't blame yourself on that one.
There's that 46. He said, I'll take good care of it.
2-2 delivery on the way. Drew, a nice stroke on the 2-2. And a leadoff single, so the Red Sox have had the leadoff man on in both innings. And the Maryland Lottery's double play contestant for this game, Russell Culp from Glen Burnie. For every double play the Orioles turn during tonight's game, Russell's going to win $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn double plays into cash and enter to win some great O's prizes. Go to mdlottery.com/double play. Good luck, Russell.
I have to have my name drawn when Zach Britton's pitching.
You can't do that.
You might get a chance for $5,000-$6,000 that night.
Lowry fouls it back. You would have an immediate investigation by MLB.
If not sooner.
Sooner than that, actually, yes. Lowry has been the offensive leader early on in the season, taking over the job as shortstop of this ball club. Switch hitter. He's hitting .429 right-handed, .370 left-handed. 3 home runs, all have been hit from the right side of the plate. Guthrie's pitch is in there for a strike.
And you can bet they spent a lot of attention on Lowry in the team pitching meeting before this series because his numbers were just so gaudy coming in. They had to pay attention to him. So I'm sure, again, if it means pitching backwards, throwing off speed and fastball counts, and that seems like what we've seen so far. Really held them down last night.
0-2, a Drew on at first base, nobody out. Ooh, great pitch by Guthrie. 2 strikeouts for the Orioles starter.
Yeah, just a perfect spot in onto the hands of Lowry. You see Weeder slide to the inside. So they've had a very effective scouting report and been able to execute it.
Our pitch track sponsored by Papa John's. Order online at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Here's Kyle Crawford in at third base. Reynolds. And Crawford will take it inside for a ball. And an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Does have good numbers against Jeremy Guthrie, but having a tough time getting started this season. Not particularly unusual for him. And talking with him today, he certainly is not bothered by it in the sense that he's worried it's going to stay that way. He's got all the confidence in the world it's going to get turned around. He was really lashing him out in batting practice. 3 doubles, a home run for extra base hits, but the strikeouts, 16 strikeouts and 4 walks for Carl Crawford. Red Sox have a lot of those numbers. Terry Francona, even though they've drawn a lot of walks, they've got some strikeouts to go with them. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that's going to go to second base. Roberts and Dino It's $1,000. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base as the Orioles get the big double play. Bottom of the second coming. Congratulations to Russell Culp from Glen Burnie. He's won $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery double play contest. And early in the game, Russell.
Yeah, good opportunities. A nice smooth double play, 4-6-3.
Fine bottle of Bordeaux now available
on the house.
Based on the winnings. Here's Luke Scott coming up. Scott, Jones, and Reynolds.
Should share with the broadcasters.
Easy now. You're just looking for an investigation tonight, aren't you?
I am.
You are.
Mr. Culp.
Any relation to Robert? Beckett's delivery, and the off-speed pitch is going to miss down low for a ball. A couple of designated hitters who have battled one another the last couple of years for DH honors. Obviously, Ortiz a lot more at-bats. You see the average the two have put up. Home runs, RBI production, and slugging percentage real good, obviously, for both. And they have been 1 and 2 last season, much of the way for designated hitters as far as average and runs and RBIs were concerned. Both in the ball game tonight.
Yeah, left-handed and powerful, and Scott with big numbers. You can somewhat understand Beckett, as they say, is always sort of proud of his fastball, and Luke a great fastball hitter.
And Beckett staying away from the fastball, has thrown a couple of changeups, 1 and 2.
Yeah, Luke 9 for 20 with a couple of homers.
Beckett's numbers are amazing so far. Opponents are hitting 138 off him. That is the lowest number in the league. Left-handers 173. Right-handers hitting 95. 95. 095.
Yeah, I had to look it up. That's 4 for 42.
Woof. 1-2 delivery off the end of the bat to Crawford in left. One away in the second inning.
So the earned run average leaders, Derek Weaver, off to a great start. Already has 6 wins. ERA under 1. Dan Herron has been around. Anderson, young phenom in Seattle with a 1.78. And Beckett, 193. It's hard to believe you have 193 ERA. You'd be 5th in the league.
Yeah. 114 wins, 75 losses, lifetime for Beckett. Here's Adam Jones. Adam had an 0 for 1 in the ball game last night, which tells you absolutely nothing. Because he had 2 sacrifice flies and an intentional pass. He was very much involved in the game with a couple of good plays in the outfield to go with it. 1-0 count. Beckett has walked 9 and struck out 28 in the 28 innings worked coming into this game. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Adam will take the pitch outside, and it's a 2-0 count from Beckett. The Orioles 3 wins 4 losses on this homestand, so they very much want to round this out successfully, and obviously Giving themselves a chance at a sweep of the Red Sox if they could put one away here tonight. 2-0 count. Jones will look for one to drive. And came inside on him. 2-1.
93-mile-an-hour sinker under the hands.
Adam has had 8 RBIs in the last 7 ball games for the Orioles, so he's starting to get production in that department, which the O's obviously need from him. 2-1 delivery the other way. Right to Gonzalez. 2 down. Our second inning brought to you by Luna. Call today for the Luna double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA. Mark Reynolds 1 for 3, a double last night. 6 of his 13 hits have been doubles so far this season.
Yeah, he's leading the pack. Mr. Double. Usually that goes to Brian Roberts and Nick Markakis, usually battling it out for the doubles lead.
1 for 3, the only times he's faced Beckett. 2 down and nobody on. Whoa, what a off-speed breaking ball that was. Reynolds leaning way back and he just curved in and missed. 13 RBIs with a 186 average. Kind of looks like the end of last season with the numbers he put up. With that batting average under 200, yet able to drive in runs. And the Orioles will take that if he can give that to them again this season.
Yeah, if you can get that kind of production out of the 7th or 8th spot in your lineup, you'll take it.
He is the 2-0 delivery to him. Takes it. And that is in there. 2-1 strikeout from Beckett. Reynolds trying to keep it alive for Wieters waiting on deck. Outfield very deep and straight away. Here's the 2-1 delivery. And foul that one back. 2-2 strikeout. Orioles hoping to avoid the multitude of storms that are around the greater Baltimore-Washington area tonight. Even tornado warnings have been up around D.C. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and Reynolds had a double clutch played by Youkilis and gets the out. Well, Beckett retires the side in order to complete game 2 of the series. No score. To you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. And by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. At Camden Yards, Gary Thorne, Mike Flanagan, and our crew is the Orioles and Red Sox scoreless. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Varitek, Ellsbury, and Pedroia. All of a sudden, Varitek doing a lot of the catching. And the word around Boston, the Red Sox are looking for a catcher. It has not worked with Salto Lamacchia working behind the plate. Varitek was not expected to be playing this much, and they're worried about whether or not physically he could handle a load that's starting to grow. And he has not been hitting. 100 average. He's had only 3 hits in 30 at bats, 1 double. 0-1 delivery to him. That is swung on and missed. Red Sox have some options. Marco Scutaro apparently has lost his shortstop job, so he could be available in a deal for a pitcher, for a catcher rather. He was slated to be the regular shortstop, but it looks like Lowry's got the job. That is swung on and missed, and Guthrie's got 3 strikeouts.
Oh, but he's some pretty good breaking ball. 0-2 and ahead. Bounce it in the dirt. Varitek chases over the top and out in front of it.
So Varitek now with 12 strikeouts and 3 walks on the year and a 100 average. Here's Ellsbury, who singled his first time up. Guthrie got out of a jam in the first inning, leaving 2 in scoring position, and they got there with only 1 away. Ellsbury now with a 6-game hit streak and hitting just under 400 against Guthrie lifetime. He's picked up double in 3 of the last 4 ball games using that great speed. He will foul that one back in a 2-strike count.
Nissan defense tonight. Luke Scott will be in left. Adam Jones in center. Markakis in right. Reynolds, Andino, Roberts, Lee, and Reeders around the infield.
Ellsbury, 2-strike count on him. He has gone this year so far from being a ground ball hitter to a fly ball hitter. Fly balls are up 13% so far. 1-2 delivery is swung on. That'll be hit down the line, and that will be a foul ball. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes.
Which is the fly ball percentage went up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and looked up Jose Bautista, the same thing today, just to see what's the difference. All of a sudden, 54 homers. He went up like 17%.
Yep.
From 40 to like 57%.
Yep. Ellsbury's gone from 50% ground balls to 39%. In the air, left field. Scott coming over and will not have a play.
There's something to be said for those numbers. I'm a big believer in the percentages. A lot of times you'll see an aging power hitter, and for whatever reason, I've asked a lot of hitting coaches, why is it when their home runs go down, they start hitting more ground balls? And the same is true as a player. And I remember Larry Bigby with this day. He hit an inordinate amount of ground balls, and everybody thought he was going to hit homers. And he's never going to when you're hitting 60% of them on the ground.
1-2 delivery on the way. And generally for an Ellsbury, a Brian Roberts, you want ground balls because you're trying to get hits through the middle infield, and you're not expected to hit home runs. And a lot of balls put in the air end up being fly ball outs.
Right. Usually that's why Bautista hit 230.
Yeah. He'll take it. There's another amazing number. That is the 12th time Ellsbury has struck out looking, the highest in the majors.
Yeah, right to the outside corner, 85 straight. Change up. Thought it was outside, but like you said, he's been wrong 12 times.
Yeah. And that's just so unusual for a contact hitter like Ellsbury. So that's 4 strikeouts for Guthrie, 2 in the inning. Here is Pedroia. Pedroia flied out to left field. His first time up. While the Red Sox team rebounding from the bad start that they had, they still are not putting up anywhere near the kind of offensive numbers that most of the prognosticators thought they would, and I'm sure what the Red Sox thought they would.
Yeah, the numbers really haven't settled in. Many thought that Gonzalez getting out of that San Diego ballpark was going to hit 50 and drive in 150, and he has, 1 home run going into May.
Yep. Pedroia fouls it off. The Red Sox come in 11th in average and 7th in runs. They are first in walks. Orioles are just behind them with the 12th in average. Actually, it's the same average, 237 coming in. The Orioles have averaged 3.9 runs a game. The Red Sox 4.2. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Pedroia's gone. Wow, Guthrie strikes out the side. Pedroia wants to have a word with the home plate umpire. Guthrie's perfectly happy with strike 3 called. Bottom part of the order. How about Matt Wieters? He's batting in the number 8 spot at a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night with an RBI, and has had a big homestand with the 8 for 23, couple of home runs and 8 batted in. Plus has done an excellent job behind the plate.
I bet he has. Contributing both sides of the plate, handling a young pitching staff, diverse relievers. There's a lot to digest. Running game.
Matt leads it off here against Beckett with Andino and then Roberts. And the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. The Orioles right now 6-7 here at Camden Yards. Their average here at home has been .236 so far this year. 1-0 delivery, and the pitch will be taken up high. And a 2-0 count. Beckett's gone to these 2-0 counts about 4 times so far.
Yeah, he's coming off a start where he threw the most pitches he's thrown in a long time. He threw 125 last time out.
Here's the 2-0 delivery. Tell you about the Orioles here at home. They are tied for 4th in home runs, 11th in batting average in their home yard. The runs per game are 8th, 11th in ERA at home, and most home runs allowed, 18. Here at Camden Yards. 3-0 delivery. Wieters will take it, and it will be a strike. And Beckett will get it to 3-1.
Yeah, don't look for either of these starters tonight, Beckett or Guthrie, to give in these 3 ball counts. Neither have been walking really anyone.
Here's the 3-1 delivery. Wieters will foul it off. Guthrie is tied for first with the fewest walks per 9 innings.
Yeah, just 3 in the season.
And as we said, Beckett not far behind, 9 walks and 28 innings coming in.
Yeah, 5 in his last 3 starts, covering 23 innings. So doesn't mean that they're getting ahead of everybody and finishing him off. When they get the 3 balls, they just have the confidence that they're still not going to walk it, but they're going to throw a quality pitch.
3-2 and got him. He fell behind 3-0, came right back and got him. On our Wired Wednesday, talking to Buck Showalter regarding the personality of this ball club. Does he see one yet?
Yet to be determined, but there's not a whole lot of panic there. They lean on each other. It's a good group. And they have a quiet frustration when there's not a W at the end of the day. And I've been proud of them. I know it may not always look aesthetically pleasing out there, but they've stayed together, and I think they understand the reality of what's going on. But there's a lot of passion there, and don't sell them short.
Did you feel the ball clubs you played on, Mike, had the personality to it? that varied from year to year?
Yeah, it did change, and I think a lot of it has to do with certainly with winning. I mean, because a lot of clubs change the dynamics. I mean, this club's changed the 3-4 hitters in your lineup, and that's a lot of times your personality. Those 3-4 hitters, and then many times it's also your number one starter is one of your personalities. So it does change.
Breaking ball and a good one. Some ball clubs, I mean, I know because I was with a ball club once that it was just rampage. Every day was looking to just go out and run over somebody.
Yeah, it really does build.
And then other teams, it was just kind of a quiet, workmanlike day to day, go out and get the job done. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and Dino will take it outside.
No, like I said, the 83 club that I played on that won everything was one of the loosest clubs that I had ever been on. I don't know if it was because it was a veteran club and everybody knew their roles and what they had to do. And then some of the clubs with the same personnel, before then in the 70s, 80s was hungry and looking for that Yankee confrontation.
Boy, this game right now is being dominated by the pitchers on called strikes.
Well, sending a message. Catcher sits on the corner, pitch delivered to the corner. And the home plate umpire calling it. So, again, an early message to the hitters. Both pitchers are on and making big pitches. When you're seeing called third strikes, catcher's calling the right signals, and the pitcher is executing.
7 strikeouts combined, and 4 of them have been called. Here's Brian Roberts. And that will be taken away. Tonight's league leaderboard brought to you by Lexus of Towson, Baltimore area's #1 Lexus dealer, who invites you to come in and see why they're #1. Longest active hit streak going on. Andre Ethier of the Dodgers, 24. Then Alex Gordon, Frank Gore, Johnny Damon, and Brian Roberts at 12. 1-0 delivery, and that is in there for a strike. Brian flying out to left field his first time up. 300 lifetime off Josh Beckett. Youkilis plays in at third base. 1-1 delivery. Fastball is going to be there, and it goes to 1-2. Beckett lost a game against Cleveland to start the year. Got the 2 wins, one against the Yankees, one against Toronto, and then non-decisioned in his last outing against the Angels in that big pitch count game, 125. And you see those dark thunder bumpers around. 1-2 count. And Roberts will take the changeup away. I guess this is going to be, from a pitcher's standpoint, the year of the changeup. It just seems like everybody's using it all the time.
Yeah, it seemed like, there was the splitter was in the 90s and the slider was in the 80s. And the straight changeup is really become in vogue again.
2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 down. Came back with heat and fouled it off.
Well, that's the thing. If you can master the changeup, that have it look exactly like your fastball. I think that's Zach Britton already has it early on. Taking Beckett a while to sort of master his changeup, and you see the great changeup artists around the game. It's a pitch that can keep you in the big leagues a long time because you don't have to worry about your fastball velocity. Jimmy Moyer only pitched to 47, 48 with a changeup. Of course, he gave up a lot of home runs.
Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and that's going to be up high. So Brian works him to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. 2 down, nobody on, no score. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Game 2 of the 3-game set. Tomorrow night we will be back as Brad Bergeson will go against John Lester, the scheduled starters for tomorrow night. 6:30 O's extra. And 7 o'clock for the ball game. Beckett with a 3-2. Try it one more time. Close out the homestand along with that game tomorrow night. And we hope you'll come out and see the Orioles and defend with the black and orange here at the Yard. As good seats remain. For tickets, 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. First series in the 18 games these two teams will play. 3-ball, 2-strike delivery again. And Roberts again fights it off. Markakis waiting. Josh Beckett keeps the pace fairly.
Like I said, he's slowed down his pace. Yeah. He used to be more rapid. Again, always has been proud of his fastball. And pretty much rapid fire. He has slowed his pace.
3-2 delivery on the way. Brian reaches for that. Kyle Crawford in left. And he's got it. A 1-2-3 inning. That will be 7 in a row retired by Beckett. 3 complete, no score. Real flex, natural movement, perfected. All about pitching. Jeremy Guthrie, Josh Beckett dominating here. Guthrie no walks and 5 strikeouts. Beckett no walks and 2 strikeouts through the first 3 innings of the ball game. 0-3-0 for the Red Sox. 0-1-0 for the O's. Here's Gonzalez, and he takes it for a strike. He picked up the double and was stranded in the first inning. 4-game hit streak for him. Guthrie's pitch is going to miss down low. Gonzalez has had only 4 at-bats against Guthrie, 2 for 4. 1-1 delivery will be taken away. Has power, is going to hit home runs. Has only 1 so far, and that was back on April 6th. Just very strange how some of these numbers are coming in April around baseball. 2-1 delivery is going to be in the air to left. Scott makes sure he gets back, and he's got it. Surprise, surprise. Talking about surprise numbers, how about Zach Britton, who's supposed to be at AAA? He is now with 4 wins, tied for 3rd in the Major League most wins. Starlin Castro, ladies and gentlemen, of Chicago, is tied for 1st in Major League Baseball with 36 hits. Sam Fold, you remember him?
New Hampshire boy.
Great comedian from New Hampshire. Right. No. Tampa Bay, 10 steals, leads the majors, and the Rockies have the best record in the majors with 17 wins. Wow. If you had selected any of those,
yeah, right,
as happening in April, give us a call. We'll go to Vegas.
Quickly.
Euclid struck out his first time up, fouls it away. Yankees come in leading the East by 2 over Tampa Bay, 2.5 over Toronto, 3 over Boston, 3.5 over the Orioles. Not much separating the East. 0-2 delivery is outside. Euclid 1-2. Euclid's just not used to looking at a 209 average. And we'll foul that one away. You can text Orioles 29292 for alerts direct to your mobile phone. Message and data rates may apply. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Euclid. Right straight back. David Ortiz, designated hitter, waiting on deck. Euclid coming into the season as a .294 major league career average. In the air to left, he got a lot of that one. Scott is there. 2 down. These balls off the bat tonight are kind of hard to read.
Yeah, that one was just a little bit of miss hit. He jammed himself. It was a hanging slider from Guthrie with a few mistakes, but miss hit down on the label.
Bring up David Ortiz, who popped out his first time up. 323 lifetime off Guthrie. 2 down, nobody on. Ortiz will take it up high for a ball.
Yeah, but that was the old Ortiz.
That's right.
Not the new taking version.
The man with all the walks.
And he's hardest to fan.
9th of the American League in walks. And the 7th most difficult batter to strike out in the American League. Noting that with Nick Markakis, for all the problems trying to pick up the base hits, Nick is the 4th most difficult batter to strike out in the American League. So he's making contact.
Yeah, I went back and looked again some of those numbers. The batting average of the ball in play is usually around 30%. At the time you put it in play, and Nick's is around 20%.
1-1 is taken down low from Guthrie. 2 ball, 1 strike count on Ortiz. Two down, 2-1 delivery. 2-2. Ortiz taking it at the knees.
See, that's where the approach is different. In the good old days for Ortiz, that's the ball he would try to launch when he would get ahead in the count. Now he's eyeballing it, making it be a strike before he swings.
And he launches that one to right center. Jones. He'll hold him to a single. So Ortiz on with a 2-out single in the 4th inning.
I thought he was going to try to cut across the base and a little short and head for second. He made his turn a little prematurely.
He gets a base hit like that. The shortstop and the second baseman both race out to be the cutoff.
Everybody looked that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut across the grass.
Just in case he comes sliding in here.
I think he's telling Derek Lee about it. So are you taking a shortcut?
Lee is trying to get Guthrie's attention here. He's been told to play behind him. So J.D. Drew has had a single, will stand in. Orioles will try and cut that hole between first and second down a bit on the left-handed batter. Breaking ball will miss. Drew takes it for a ball. Hit number 4 for the Red Sox. Orioles have only 1. Lee had a single in the first inning. Drew hitting at 288. Oh, fooled by the off-speed pitch.
And taking something off his curveball. You can see his body slow down and just try to spin it. Gets Drew out in front. Again, they've had a very good scouting report against these Red Sox hitters.
Here's the 1-1 delivery to him. Just misses on the outside corner.
Last year, Drew, the year he had in 17 games against the Orioles, J.D. Drew had 6 home runs and 14 RBIs.
Carries a .338 lifetime average against the Orioles. Drew down to first, foul. Missing Ron Johnson, the first base coach. And Guthrie will even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The only problem so far for Guthrie is these Red Sox are seeing and chewing up a lot of pitches. He's now thrown 72.
Just tips that foul. Orioles finish up on the homestand tomorrow night and then head out for a 4-game series in Chicago. And then on to Kansas City. Ortiz off first, 2-2 delivery. Ooh. Ball girl down the line trying to play that one. That was hit hard. 2-2. Guthrie thinking, all right, he's seen everything.
He's trying to slow the bat down with the off speed.
Ortiz at first. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on J.D. Drew. Red Sox come into the game 9th in the league in strikeouts. Lee backs way up. Runner goes, and he walked it. Off-speed pitch missed. So the unusual free pass from Jeremy Guthrie comes with 2 away. 2 on, 2 down.
That rare walk from Guthrie. And Buck Showalter on the phone to the bullpen.
You don't see that combination talking very often. Rick Adair, bullpen coach.
Well, going over the chart. Who's available? Something that happens every single day. That bullpen coach will hand in a list to the manager. How many times he's been up, how long he threw, how many pitches he threw. What'll be our order in tonight's game if all goes well.
Lowry struck out first time up. And Lowry takes the pitch inside for a ball. So 2 on, 2 away. And the toughest out in the order so far for April is Lowry. 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-0 delivery. And he's going to get a base hit into right field. Now Ortiz is running. Markakis up. Here it comes. The throw coming into Wieters and sliding, and he's out. Got him. And avoided thunder and lightning by being able to reach back and get him. Ortiz trying to score. Sent home. Markakis the throw to the plate. And Wieters reaches in to get him. He got the out, 2. There wasn't a collision. And 3, he got to watch this.
right on the money. Just a perfect air throw in. And then somewhat of the Fosbury flop on the end. Pull the arm back and then. But that's one thing this Oriole outfield can do is throw.
So they cut it down at the plate and end the inning. And here is Nick Markakis coming to the plate.
We've seen that a couple of times where the outfielders on the Orioles, Adam Jones, PA, and Markakis, they'll not go with that old rule of throwing it to the cutoff man. In those situations where they really know they have a chance or a good chance, they'll just throw it right for the plate and use the height of Wieters to their advantage.
Little delay here. Unfortunately, that ball girl, we're talking about fielding that hard ground ball, caught it pretty hard. So they are waiting for her to leave the field. so she can get some attention on the ball that bounced up on her. Here's Nick Markakis, takes it away, grounded out his first time up. Well, another good ball game here. 5 hits for the Red Sox. The Orioles still with just the Lee single. Beckett striking out 2 in the 3rd inning, the 2 he's got in the ball game. And Markakis will take it up high, and again Beckett willing to work from behind as the count goes to 2-0. Retires 79% of leadoff batters. So far he's retired all 3 in this game. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and that's in there for a strike.
And you're going to stay out of a lot of trouble when you see that high first number, that leadoff batter in an inning. And that goes hand in hand. I saw with hitting 135 with the bases empty against him. You're doing a lot of pitching out of the windup.
Markakis will foul it back. And that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beckett, after the 6-6 year last year, limited because of injuries, trying to put in a full season now with the Red Sox, which obviously if he's healthy would make an enormous difference. And Markakis will go down swinging on a changeup.
Let's take a look at this 2-2 pitch. Veritek on the outside corner. See that late fade, fading off from the outside corner to just off. It's enough to entice the swing out of Markakis.
Our pitch strike sponsored by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world. There's that big breaking ball he's thrown a couple of times.
Yes, look, he tries to throw it right at the right-handed hitter to freeze him to get him to take the pitch.
1 strike count. Derek Lee, the only Oriole hit a single in the 1st inning. Then comes back with a fastball inside. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Veritek had been assigned to catch the games that Beckett was pitching, and he was doing 2 pitchers and Saltalamacchia 3. That has apparently changed. That ball is going to be fouled away. As with Buchholz working last night, Veritek was again behind the plate. Entertain clients, colleagues, and more with a custom suite package at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Private suites available. Variety of locations and packages. A sophisticated and affordable way to make a statement. Find out about it at Orioles.com/suites. Or you can get a private tour by calling 410-547-6076. Lee 1-2. Not deep, right center. Ellsbury coming. Pedroia back, and it falls in. They're going to try to go for 2. Here's a throw, and he is in. Lee gets a double on a ball that should have been caught. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Drew formed the triangle, and the ball clinked in the middle of it.
This is definitely the center fielder's ball. 1-2 pitch. Moonshot. You can see Derek Lee drop his head. Pedroia keeps after it and starts to hear footsteps. And right there, the indecision on the part of Ellsbury lets it fall in those long strides of Lee easily into second base.
Lowry came over to cover, but too late. It'll go as a double. And as many in baseball say, that should go as a team error. That's a ball that's got to be caught. Probably by Ellsbury because he got there.
The center fielder has priority, and that's who Pedroia. There's a timing where you can sense where he's going to be there. You know that speed that Ellsbury possesses.
So the Orioles get their second hit, both by Lee. Here's a great scoring chance, only 1 away. Guerrero flied to right. Vladdy is going to punch that one to short. Broke the bat. Lowry gets it. 2 down. So Luke Scott will go for the 2-out RBI. They'll put the shift on and have the shortstop Lowry holding the bag to keep Lee close, playing right behind him. So he's not going to get a very big secondary lead. Luke Scott 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And a 1-0 count to him. Orioles getting their first runner to second base. Now trying to push him across. And Veritek taking a time out behind the plate. He wanted to go through the signs again.
Yeah, just to make sure with the runner on second.
Here's the 1-0 delivery. Scott in the air to right field. It is way back. Goodbye, home run.
A 1-0 pitch. It's like a straight changeup, and it doesn't get to the glove of Veritek. Just a moonshot by Luke Scott. Way back up on the flag court.
And the Orioles have a 2-0 lead. A 2-out homer and 2 RBIs. Scott's third homer of the year, now has 6 runs batted in. As the first homer by a left-hander off Beckett this year goes to Luke Scott. And for Luke, that is his third home run lifetime off Beckett.
And now 10 for 22. Big numbers against Beckett.
And the off-speed pitch, Jones, who lined out his first time up, takes it. And again, the count goes to 2-0.
It's pitched behind.
Pretty much effectively.
So the catcher and pitcher talking it over. So the Orioles saved at least 1 run on defense, and
that one in the air to left field is going to send Kyle Crawford back at the wall. Crawford up and home run. Goodbye. A homer for Adam Jones. Back-to-back homers, and the Orioles have a 3-0 lead.
take a look at the pitch up middle of the plate. Adam Jones knew he had enough. And Crawford didn't get to it.
Bounced off a fan and back onto the field, but no question it was out. 5 home runs on the season for Adam Jones and 14 RBIs and 3-0 O's. And that one in the air to left. Crawford's got to come in and will make the catch, retiring Reynolds and the Orioles. But not before they get it done, as Scott hits his think possible. And by Navy Federal Credit Union. A loan from Navy Federal Credit Union makes car buying easy. Visit NavyFederal.org to calculate your payment. First pitch down the line. Carl Crawford. Scott over. Foul territory. He's got it. One pitch and an out. Crawford retired. Orioles back-to-back home runs. Beckett as he was going off.
Yeah, he's talking about, I think, the pitches getting him called both ways. I think he's a sense that maybe some pitches being called on his club that aren't being called the other way. So I can't see any case for that, really.
Field and Calbreth, the home plate umpire. Beckett had surrendered only one home run coming into the ball game. He gave up 2 in the inning. The Orioles have back-to-back home runs for the first time since last August against Texas. And the first home run to go out onto Utah Street since September of '09. As Luke Scott got one, it was 400 plus. I think they said 420. Pitch will be taken inside, and it was a moonshot. Scott really got into it. They kept throwing him those changeups.
Finally, you know, the bat head's going to get out in front.
Varitek late on the fastball, fouls it away. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Jeremy Guthrie's not going to know what to do with a 3-run lead.
How am I supposed to act?
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Coming into this ball game, the Orioles had scored only 8 runs in his 4 starts. They get 3 in an inning and take the 3-0 lead. 2-2 delivery. Varitek a chopper to short. Andino. There are 2 down. A great moment before the ball game. Standing ovation given United States Marine Corps Corporal Christopher Billmeyer on hand to throw out the first pitch. He was in Afghanistan and an IED explosion. He is a winner of the recipient of the Purple Heart. The Baltimore Police Commissioner Frederick Wakefield III and Rear Admiral Matt Nathan, United States Navy commanding officer at the Naval Hospital, were on hand, and also Corporal Billmeyer's parents Cheryl and Jim were here to see him throw out the first pitch, and the crowd gave him a great ovation.
That's a touching moment.
Great to see him here. In the air to left field again. Scott over. Not quite. Jones will back him up. And that will be a double for Ellsbury, his second hit of the ball game.
Well, finds the scene. Adam Jones, nice job of hustling over out of the reach of Luke Scott. With a flyby pattern.
So Ellsbury gets another double. Single and a double in the ball game. Hit number 6 for the Red Sox, and Pedroia up. Pedroia's flied out and struck out. 2 down. Guthrie up to 87 pitches thrown in the ball game. Pedroia will take it for a strike. .277 overall for him. 188 with runners in scoring position. The Red Sox are batting an incredibly anemic 202 as a team with runners in scoring position. Obviously, a lot of that came through that first group of games, that first week. However, that's still an amazingly low number.
Yeah, their pitching has gotten better. It really hasn't been the offense.
Pedroia puts it foul upstairs. Terry Francona's team trying to get back to 500, 2 games below it now. And the Orioles trying to guarantee a series win with a victory here. 1 ball, 2-strike count. Ellsbury off second base, and a turnaround to get him back. Pedroia is a .327 lifetime hitter off Oriole pitching. 7 home runs against the O's. Guthrie's got a 1-2 count. Up the middle and caught. Defendus thou position. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Half of the 5th inning as Jeremy Guthrie prepares for his 2nd career as a goaltender in the National Hockey League. Pretty good glove hand.
Defense to the rescue. We've seen it happen certainly with Mark Akers. This club has played outstanding defense, and Guthrie helped himself right there.
How about the long ball off Beckett? Obviously very upset as he was leaving, and back-to-back home runs I think would do that to you.
Yeah, I think so. And I think the ball that fell in, he obviously would never show up a teammate, but at the same time, they give up back-to-back home runs. You start going, what if that ball should have been, that's the way it's been going for the Red Sox. So, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out if it affects Beckett the next half inning. And for the Orioles, taking advantage of those situations, obviously key, because in these games, it's going to ultimately probably be a close ball game. Oh, absolutely. And a run preserved is as good as one scored. So the Orioles defense really helping them out, and also Lou Scott coming through and back-to-back with Jones. And that play not made, creating the opening that the Orioles took advantage of on that ball that fell in right center field. Beckett back on the mound, and Matt Wieters will come to the plate for the Orioles. First ball hitting, and he's got a base hit into right field. So Matt continues. He hit the ball hard. He will pick up the single. 1 for 2 in the ball game, and a leadoff hit, the first leadoff batter the Orioles have had on in the ball game. Yeah, Beckett no real pitch count trouble, just 63, but again showing some signs of tiring a bit. At least stop executing the pitches. A couple of home runs last half inning, and then the leadoff batter here, Wieters. Here's Robert Andino. Way in is Youkilis at third base. And that's why. Oh, what a bunt. Youkilis out, makes the throw, not gonna get him. Robert Andino, a perfect bunt. And well disguised, Youkilis, good 3 or 4 feet in on the grass, and just throws a changeup to Gonzalez. And I think sometimes as a third baseman, you can play in too far, and your first reaction is to take a step back, which I think happened to Youkilis. They always say play in close enough you can take the bunt away. And Andino bunted right into it. Andino's job to get the runner down. He did more than that. So now the Orioles with the first 2 on, again looking for the bunt. Youkilis at third. I would not think that would be likely here. And it gets away. And the runners will advance, and we'll have to look at it again, but it certainly looks stoppable. They're going to charge a wild pitch. Yeah, the wheel's starting to come up the cart defensively here for the Red Sox. Part of the problem was Beckett missed his location so badly. Varitek went from like a backhanded play to a forehanded play. Just couldn't cover the fastball. Second wild pitch by Beckett this year. 2 in scoring position now.
And it is in there for a strike to Brian Roberts. And another changeup that doesn't do what Beckett wanted. Home run, Scott hit on the changeup. Wild pitch on a changeup here. Brian Roberts with the big numbers with runners in scoring position. He's got 2 of them out there right now. 1-1 delivery.
And right now, Brian Roberts is looking for a pitch he can handle. Nobody out, just trying to put it in play towards the middle of the field, make good contact.
The Orioles hitting 102 points higher as a team with runners in scoring position than the Red Sox. Orioles are 304, Red Sox 202. Off-speed pitches in there that time to Brian Roberts, and will even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Each team with 6 hits now as the Orioles have come back in a hurry, getting 3 runs on 3 hits in the last inning in the 4th, and now adding 2 quick ones here in the 5th. Nobody out. Infield back except for Youkilis at third, who's even with the bag. 2-2 delivery. Roberts gets it in the air to right field. J.D. Drew's got to back up. Wieters will tag up. Andino's going to go to third. Both will advance. Sac fly RBI for Roberts. And a 4-0 O's lead.
Well, the sac fly very much in vogue the last couple of nights. Important part of the offense. It's pretty good play with nobody out. Driving it to the outfield. This gets pitcher at a 1.93 ERA coming in.
That's going to be 8 sacrifice flies for the Orioles on the year. Markakis with the advantage of the drawn-in infield. Andino with good speed is at third base, still only 1 away. And Markakis takes it outside for a ball. Nick has grounded out, struck out. There are the home run twins. Scott his third, Jones his 5th. A 1-0 count. Markakis will lift that one towards the seats, and no play.
And that's that magic number 4 you see on the scoreboard. Orioles 8-2 when they score 4 or more. 1-10 when they score less than 4. It's been pretty simple math.
Well, the magic number reached, and now they would like to add to it. And Dino talking to John Russell, third base coach. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Infield stays in. Markakis, Pedroia holds the runner. You know Nick's going bad when he can't get one through or out here. That's a situation where Markakis would normally guarantee a run. So 2 down. Lee got the first hit in the first inning off Beckett, and he got another one in the 4th with 1 away and would come in to score later. The ball that dropped in helped move the runners up.
Well, maybe that's what gets Derek Lee going. He had a couple of soft singles last night. And his 2 base hits, and now 1 off the pitcher's glove, and then 1 that should have been an out fell in for a double. All of a sudden, you got 4 hits the last 2 games. I'm sure he'll tell you that makes up for a couple of line drives I hit early.
Veritek just caught that one in the webbing. Had to reach across for it. 1-0 count, 2 down. Lee has 3 doubles and a home run for extra base hits on the year. Andino still at third base. Wild cut on a pitch away. 1-1. Eric Lee has not had an RBI in the last 16 ball games. And only 2 runs batted in on the year.
Yeah, he'd been over 13 with runners in scoring position. Also added 8 strikeouts in those situations.
1-1 delivery by Beckett, and the fastball's up high. 2-1. Orioles jumping out to a 4-0 lead in the ball game. Jeremy Guthrie worked through a couple of tough situations to hold the Red Sox scoreless. They have stranded 5, and the Orioles offense coming through for him. Here's the 2-1 delivery. .76 pitches now thrown by Beckett. Lee's got the count where he wants it. 3-1. 2 down. Here's the 3-1 delivery. That'll go to short. Lowry. And that will retire the side. Orioles, though, will add a run. They do it on a couple of hits and leave one on, extend the lead 4-0. Our Coors Light freeze cam. Big play at the plate in the game. Single by Lowry. Ortiz trying to score. Markakis gets him. 3rd assist of the year. Our Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Jeremy Guthrie will work to the middle of the lineup. Adrian Gonzalez doubled and flied out. He'll take the first pitch for a ball. 4-6-0 for the Orioles. 0-6-0 for Boston. Just tips that one on the end of the bat. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Adrian Gonzalez, during the 4-game hit streak he now has, he's got 6 hits and 16 at bats. 3 RBIs, couple of doubles. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Major acquisition off season in baseball to get Gonzalez from San Diego, adding a real good glove over there and a really good bat. Oriole Park, perfect setting for your next group outing. We hope you'll come and bring along friends and family. Groups as small as 15 or up to 1,000. Details 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com/groups. Gonzalez thought about it, stays away, and a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Red Sox on the road, coming in with a 5-8 record. They had won 5 consecutive on the road after losing the first 7. Guthrie challenges him, and the fastball is fouled off.
Yeah, it really teases you with that outside corner. If you watch Gonzalez's setup at the plate, he stands way off the plate. And that's usually an indication that they want the ball away.
3-2 delivery again, and got him. Held on to by Waiters on a foul tip. And Guthrie gets his 7th strikeout, which is a new season high for him. He had 6 against Tampa Bay.
And what's interesting about that, Buck Showalter was talking about the knack of catching the foul tipped ball. How many catches you see on that foul tip off the bat? It hits the thumb, because it does move it a little bit. And they can't handle it or drop it. Waiters seems to be able to do it.
Right now, Guthrie's throwing some strikes. Here's Kevin Youkilis. 1 strikeout on Youkilis. He has struck out and flied out, and he'll foul that one back. Guthrie is getting ahead on the count while Beckett continues to work behind.
Yeah, using the lead.
In the air to right. Hit hard. Markakis. 2 down. Time for the AT&T Mobility Trivia question. It is, which 4 current Red Sox players were a member of the 04 World Series Championship? Catcher.
Pitcher. Beckett, right?
Yep.
Wakefield.
And Drew. Or we can put Youkilis in yet?
No.
Got to put Youkilis in.
Ortiz? Did we put Ortiz in?
No. So clearly the question's wrong. There were 8 of them.
Yes. We're right and the question's wrong.
Hey, we've named off 8. We only needed 4.
Right.
David Ortiz will foul that one back. I think I jumped ahead on Jeremy. He's got 6 strikeouts, equaling his season high. Ortiz with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He is single popped out. He was definitely a member of that team.
Yes.
Yes. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that'll be away. So sometimes we're just so good with these trivia questions that when the answer has 4 answers,
they're actually better than the truth.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
They're better than the truth. we can make a great.
That's going to be a base hit. Markakis. So a couple of singles in the ball game, and that one with 2 down. Those 4 players, 4 of the 8.
Most of them.
Veritek, Ortiz, Youkilis, and Wakefield. We named them all.
Sure.
We had them.
Unbelievable. I don't know how we do it.
Neither do I.
Because we don't.
Gee. Here's J.D. Drew. He is single and walked. And up high for a ball. Waiters is going to go out. Pitch count getting up there. Bullpen starting to stir. 106 pitches.
Yeah, what a great percentage of strikes. 73 strikes, 33 balls by Guthrie.
He threw 104 pitches in the last outing. That was his season high, so he's got a new season high of 106. The pot is up in the bullpen. J.D. Drew will take the pitch away. And a 2-0 count. 7 hits for the Red Sox. Orioles have 6. But the Orioles have the 4-0 lead. Drew will take it, and it's a strike. Not holding Ortiz at first. Pitch will miss away, and the count goes to 3-1. Red Sox came in hitting .233 off right-handers and .243 off left-handers. Swung on and missed. Guthrie blew it by him. 3-2.
92-mile-an-hour fastball. 3-1 pitch. Pretty much right to the glove.
Two down, runner goes, and fouled by Drew. Beckett hoping for some run support, and Guthrie trying to shut it down. 3-2 delivery again. That one in the air. Right center field. Markakis and Scott. Jones rather, and Jones puts it away. So J.D. Drew retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Talking to Buck Showalter before the game in his office, a box full of shoes for charity.
Well, it's actually the third or fourth box we filled up. Every time last year I'd look out here and see all these shoes and equipment that these companies send to these guys, and think about between the Gulf Coast League and some of our first-year players, and especially over in Dominican Republic, what that box would mean to them. So we just about got our third or fourth box filled up here. We got some catching gear in this one, so we just hope that it gets to Dominican and gets in the right hands instead of having a problem through customs, if you know what I mean.
We know what you mean. Worthy cause. Here is Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero has flied out and popped out. Vladdy hitting at 281. Beckett. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Rainmaker towards first, and Gonzalez will put it away. Beckett has thrown 21 changeup curveballs coming in of the 77 pitches and coming into the inning. We're talking about how many they're throwing here. Tonight's Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
And it goes back to Luke Scott. Out onto Utah Street. Low middle of the plate.
Put it out onto Utah Street. And gave the Orioles the lead. And Jones would follow with his home run for the first back-to-back home runs the Orioles have this year. So Luke Scott now is 10 out of 22 off Beckett with 3 home runs. 1-0 delivery. Beckett will miss down low, and it's 2-0.
Beckett just thrown his 81st pitch. Really is all about the chain of events in the 4th inning. That's really changed the fate of this Red Sox club tonight. For them, it's the play not made, and for the Orioles, it's the plays that they've made.
2-0 delivery. Off-speed pitch again. Yeah, that 4th inning, Markakis struck out, and then Lee hit that Bermuda Triangle double that should have been caught, so there would have been 2 down. Then Guerrero popped out, and the inning should have been over. Instead, Lee gets the double, and Scott gets the home run, followed by Jones's home run. Here's the 2-1 delivery. And credit the Orioles with taking advantage of opportunities. Beckett's not going to go away from that changeup. 2-2.
Throwing changeups and fastball counts. That's really been the scouting report, obviously, for the Red Sox to the Oriole hitters, and to especially Luke Scott. So 2-0, 2-1. He's going to see the straight changeup. We saw him see 2 or 3 in a row, 3-2 count changeups.
And the 2-2 delivery. In the air, left center field. Ellsbury coming and will make the catch. 2 down in the 6th. Adam Jones, the long ball, 4th inning.
Yep, taking advantage after the Lou Scott home run. This one out into left field, making about a couple of feet. Well struck.
Still away. Adam now with 14 RBIs, hitting at 233. And Beckett's pitch is going to miss inside for a ball. Jones getting on the year all of his home runs here. All 5 home runs have come here at Camden Yards. 1-0 delivery to him. Slider's going to miss outside, and again a 2-0 count. Big Jeremy Guthrie's finished up his night and will leave with a chance to be the winning pitcher. And a real solid performance over 6 innings. 2-0. Back to the screen. 2-1 strike count. Found one he wanted to drive right there.
Big swing, just missed it, fouled it straight back.
Jeremy Accardo in the bullpen. Guthrie surrendering nothing. Ryan Roberts, one of the RBIs in the ball game. Jeremy, second time this year he's left the ball game without surrendering a run. He did that in the first outing against Tampa Bay. 3 hits in 8 innings and no runs. So as he's done all night, Beckett pitches from behind, gets back on hitters. He hasn't walked anybody. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Yep, works his way back in. Gave one pitch to hit to Adam Jones and throws that breaking ball we talked about right at the right-handed hitter. Gets the second strike.
2-2 delivery. That's a fair ball. Chased down by Crawford. Jones on his way to second base. Adams got a 2-for-3 night. A 2-out double.
And the first 2-1 breaking ball fooled him. This one just kind of spins to the inside part and he keeps it fair. Pulls those hands in. And running hard out of the box.
So the Orioles will extend the inning and get another chance. Hit number 7. Mark Reynolds has grounded out and flied out. Orioles have done a good job in 2-out RBI situations. As a team hitting .303. Runner in scoring position, 2 down. Reynolds, of course, has picked up his hits with runners in scoring position, going 6 for 18. Oh for 2 tonight. Beckett, long look. Here's the 0-1. Jones going back to second, and Beckett gets ahead on the count here, 0-2. $15,514, 15,514. The announced attendance at the ballpark tonight. So far, no rain, and it's been a very pleasant evening. 77 degrees when we started. Right back here tomorrow night to wrap up the homestand in this series against the Red Sox. Brad Bergeson against John Lester, 6:30 O's Extra. And 7 o'clock for the ball game. And will the Orioles have a chance for a sweep? Here's the 0-2 delivery. And went around, and Veritek will tag him. So Beckett gets his 4th strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. 6 complete at Camden Yards. streak of 7 losses against the Red Sox. Tonight, no runs, 7 hits over 6 innings, 6 Ks, and 1 walk. And will leave the ball game with a chance to go 2-3 on the year.
Not really taking advantage of his opportunity as Jeremy Ricardo makes his 8th appearance on the year. 1-0 ERA, just a click over 2. It's pitched pretty well out of that bullpen. 8 2/3, 6 hits. Walks a little on the high side. Showed a pretty good fastball using 92, 93, and a changeup that he gets over for strikes. And he's had pretty good history against this Red Sox club. Most of that was when he was a closer with the Blue Jays, but he had 5 saves and 5 opportunities, 2.57 lifetime ERA.
And Tim Wakefield, the knuckleballer, up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. We go to the 7th inning. Jeremy Ricardo will get Jed Lowry up first. He has singled and struck out. Lowry, Crawford, and Varitek are due up against the 29-year-old right-hander out of Arizona. And Lowry will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Ricardo, a shortstop and a pitcher when he played college ball at Illinois State University. And he's been a closer for most of his career in professional baseball, both minor leagues and with the Jays. Chased one up high that time, and a 2-strike count on Lowry. Last outing came against the Yankees on the 24th. Gave up 1 hit and walked a batter, and that was it. 0-2 delivery. He got him. Could not hold up on that breaking ball inside. And Ricardo starts with a K.
Yeah, late breaking. A lot of bite on this pitch. It's about 3/4 of the way in there and then takes the left. Late check swing against a very hot hitter who they've cooled off in this series.
1 down, 7th inning. Carl Crawford is 0 for 2. His average has dropped to 159. Cummings, Scott, got it. 2 down. Don't forget, baseball fans, Masson is the show just for you. It's the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, 5:30 to 6:30 Monday through Friday. The O's, Nationals, MLB are covered. Reports in the field. Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Dave Johnson, Mel Antonin discussing the issues in baseball. That's Monday through Friday, 5:30, right here on Masson, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report. Here's Varitek. He has struck out and grounded out. 2 outs on 4 pitches. And Varitek will take it for a strike. Red Sox, with that 5-8 record on the road, their batting average coming into the ball game on the road was .209, the lowest in the majors, averaging 3.3 runs a game on the road. Varitek swings through that. 0-2.
Yeah, really nothing out of Kyle Crawford. Really no offense from Varitek. See how really go through this lineup and dissect it at the moment. Crawford's not going to hit what he's hitting when all said and done.
Slow roller Lee. He's got it. And that's it. A 1-2-3 inning at 7th inning stretch time at Camden Yards. The Orioles in Game 2 lead it 4-0.
who blinked first, really defensively, and then it was the Orioles that took advantage of it. Guthrie got the lead, turned it on, and gave Buck Showalter certainly what he had left in the tank.
Real good start for Guthrie again. He's been effective. He's kept a real good pace going in the starts that he started doing last year.
And he certainly let go of his history. He didn't have much of a successful history against this club. He really pitched a fresh ball game, used his breaking ball, established his changeup early, and he pitched terrific.
And the Orioles are finding a way to get runs without really having this offense anywhere near as explosive as they hoped it would be. These are runs that are coming kind of gently, one at a time.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think the sacrifice fly was going to be a big part of the offense, but it has. And really the stolen base has not. But the blooper that doesn't get caught and the back-to-back homers help a lot.
And for the Orioles, you take those. This offense is going to be a little better overall than what it's been, with the middle of the lineup just starting to pick it up a little bit. Now the Orioles are going to have to see if they can hit the knuckler. Tim Wakefield, the veteran of the Red Sox, who has been moved to the bullpen from what had been a starting position for him over the years, will come on to try and hold the Orioles down. Matt Wieters will be the first batter to face him. And the rule on how to hit a knuckler, as I just learned from Mike. Wait till it stops rolling.
And then go pick it up.
And go pick it up.
And there's a couple of more. The other one is there's two philosophies on hitting a knuckleball, and neither one of them work.
Veteran Wakefield. Wieters will rip that one down the line, but it's going to be a foul ball. The Orioles, Wieters, Andino, and Roberts will get a shot here at Wakefield, with Beckett out of the ball game and the pitcher of record for the Orioles. Foul back, just barely got a piece.
Yeah, he really has become the long man in the Red Sox bullpen, has Tim Wakefield. Had to go look it up today. He is the active strikeout leader. You wouldn't think someone that throws in the 50s.
He got him.
You can see why.
Play's got to be made. And Gonzalez hauls that one in. Strikeout for Wakefield. This season, go behind the scenes with the O's with the Birdland social media clubhouse. Go to Orioles.com/connect. Find out how you can be a Facebook fan or a Twitter follower of Birdland Insider. You'll get the latest news, connect with players, be among the first to hear the team news. That's Orioles.com/connect. Wakefield with a K, one away. Andino a single, and he is struck out. And the knuckler will miss outside for a ball.
And it's still dancing.
You kind of go on forever with this thing if you can get it somewhere near the plate, and he still can.
Keep it within range. Instead, he's the active strikeout leader. That's 2,061 strikeouts for Wakefield.
Wow. 1-1 delivery, swung on and missed.
Missed ball takes a left, goes right and back left. Watch it dance. Hard to catch and sometimes even harder to hit.
Right center field, plenty of time for Ellsbury to get over. He's got it. Andino is retired, and there are two down. He is a veteran, 19 years in the majors, and 17 of those have been with Boston. Carl Yastrzemski played for 23 years with the Red Sox. Dwight Evans for 19. And Ted Williams for 19. So he is fourth on the all-time list with the Red Sox in seasons played. Brian Roberts, top of the order, is flied out and as a sacrifice fly. Orioles have had the homers. Scott a 2 RBI shot, Jones a solo shot, and Roberts the RBI sac fly, accounting for their runs. Beckett 4 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits over 6 innings. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 4. And that will miss outside to Roberts.
Brent Roberts has faced Wakefield 46 times, 8 for 46. It's a lot of watching that ball dance.
Up on top of it and fouled it off. There are many hitters who do not want to play in a ball game started by a knuckler, not just because it's so hard to hit, but because many of them say it messes up your swing for weeks after facing a knuckler 2 or 3 times in a ball game. 1-2 delivery off the end of the bat, foul, because it is just so completely different from everything else you face.
Yeah, you're trying to slow your bat down. They'll say move up in the box, get closer to the plate. All those things are out of the norm. If it's low, let it go. If it's high, let it fly. I've heard them all.
1-2 delivery. That'll go to short. Played by Lowry. And Wakefield comes on and retires the Orioles in order. 7 complete. Orioles up.
Start up, Jeremy Guthrie had the strikeout pitch work and gets Youkilis early. Some of the better left-handers in this Red Sox lineup, and then it was the defense to rescue Markakis and Wright with the throw to the plate, and then it's the back-to-back homers after a defensive miscue by the Red Sox. Scott and Jones going back-to-back. Puts the 3-run homer, 3 runs on the bottom of the 4th on the board. Guthrie 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts. Outstanding performance. Luke Scott, the 2-run homer, followed right behind by Adam Jones, who also has a double to go along with that homer.
Jeremy Accardo came on and retired the side in order in the top of the 7th inning. We go to the 8th, and here is the top of the order. Ellsbury will take a strike. He has a single, a double, has struck out, a 6-game hit streak now, and a 4-0 lead for the Orioles. Accardo has worked a couple of innings this season out of the bullpen. Did it against Cleveland on the 17th, and asked to do that again here. Pedroia and Gonzalez to follow. Ellsbury getting his average up to 238. And that's towards the hole. He's got a base hit. So a 3-for-4 ball game for the leadoff batter. 1 on here in the 8th. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Here are the candidates tonight. The Orioles starter, Jeremy Guthrie, chance to win his 2nd solid outing over 6. Luke Scott, big 2 RBI homer in the ball game, and Adam Jones, who's had his 5th home run and a double. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 518-62. Dustin Pedroia lined out his last time up on a hard shot that Jeremy Guthrie put the glove down and caught.
He thought it was destined for center field, but that's how it's been going for the Red Sox.
The pot up for the 2nd time tonight. The 1-0 delivery to Pedroia will be taken inside. And Pedroia gets ahead on the count 2-0. Koji Ohara will also start to warm up. Pedroia hitting at .277. He's had 1 hit in 6 at-bats so far in these 2 games. Runner not going anywhere. Carter trying to stay inside, too far in, and the count goes to 3-0.
Looks like Pedroia made some adjustment with his hands, really keeping them in his setup away from his body. He's got him pretty well tucked in.
Red Sox needing base runners. They've got one of them on here in the 8th. Three-0 delivery, taking all the way, and it is in for a strike. Pedroia 1 for 4, lifetime off of Cardo. 2 home runs off Beckett in the ballgame. The Red Sox had been giving up homers early on when they were losing. They gave up 19 home runs in their first 8 games. And he walked it. So Pedroia reaches, and the Red Sox have 2 on with the heart of the lineup coming to the plate. Gonzalez has doubled, struck out, and flied out. And that will be it for Ricardo. As Buck Showalter will make his way out. Ricardo will work an inning plus, surrendering 1 hit and a walk. And the Orioles will go a little deeper into the bullpen. Rapata, Clay Rapata will come on to do the pitching. 2 on, nobody out. By authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Gorgeous night here at Camden Yards. Clay Rapata out of the pen.
Yeah, come out of the pen. Last worked on Saturday in that faithful inning against the Yankees when they scored 7 runs. He came in, he faced walked Jeter, gave up a base hit to Granderson, and walked Teixeira, which was right before the A-Rod grand slam. Matchup left-hander. He's had some success in the past against lefties, but he is that matchup lefty, so working on a few days rest, trying to get the lefty out here.
And Gonzalez, hitting at 283, will stand in. Rapata's delivery to him. This is for a ball. Gonzalez only 194 against left-handers so far this year. A 337 hitter last year off left-handers. 2 on, nobody out. Speed, Ellsbury and Pedroia. Dropped down, missed it away, and the count goes to 2-0. Orioles bullpen 12th in ERA in the league. Most home runs allowed at 14. And misses again. Rapata falls behind 3-0. Ellsbury and Pedroia get their leads. 3-0 delivery. That is in there for a strike. Gonzalez taking that one all the way. Dan Wheeler and Bobby Jenks in the bullpen. 3-1 delivery. Rapata comes back on him to take it full.
That's the thing about Gonzalez. He has that really relaxed stance and approach, and then he just uncoils. Actually, his approach and some of his mannerisms remind you a lot of Rafael Palmeiro. Very relaxed.
Here comes the 3-2. Runner's not going, and that's going to be it to left field. Base hit. Scott will play it on the second hop. They will send Ellsbury home. It's an RBI single for Gonzalez in a 4-1 game.
That's where you really don't want the Red Sox to start gaining any momentum.
And that will be it for Rapata, with Kevin Youkilis coming up. So Gonzalez gets the RBI, bringing home Ellsbury, who had led the inning off with a single. Gonzalez gets his 13th run batted in. That will be charged to Accardo. And the Orioles will continue to go after matchups. Koji Uehara coming on. And we remind you to join us again tomorrow. More O's action, the series finale. Brad Burgess and John Lester. Coverage on MASN HD at 6:30 with O's Extra. Presented by Verizon 4G LTE. Our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN. Koji Uehara on the pitch.
The 8th game of the year for Koji. Last worked on Sunday. Pitched an inning against the Yankees. That's what allowed his first earned run of the season on Wednesday versus the Twins.
2 on, nobody out. Kevin Youkilis blocked by Wieters.
Control hasn't been quite as flawless as it had been of late. Couple of walks in one of the games.
Pedroia the lead runner, a walk. Gonzalez a single at first base. Youkilis 1 for 2 against Koji. 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1-0 delivery inside with a fastball. And the count goes to 2-0.
And Koji, pretty good numbers lifetime against the Red Sox. Actually had a start against the Red Sox, but he's got 2 for 2 in save opportunities.
A big swing, 2-1.
And that was his pitch to hit, low middle of the plate at 88.
Kevin Youkilis is 0 for 6 so far in these 2 games. Hitting .203. In the air to left field. Luke Scott going back at the wall. And goodbye. Home run. A 3 RBI homer has eliminated what was a 4-0 lead for the Orioles. It is 4-4.
Two-one pitch. Starts middle, ends up middle in, and Koji doesn't even track it. Looks like Luke Scott was going to have it attempted at, but no, it's about 4 rows up. Well out of his reach.
A big comeback by the Red Sox. His 5th home run. And now 14 RBIs for Kevin Youkilis. And just like that, the Red Sox are back in it. 2 of the runs charged to Ricardo, a run charged to Rapata, and 1 to Koji Uehara. 4 up, 4 on, and in here in the 8th inning. There's still nobody out. Ortiz, 2 singles, and he has popped out 2 for 3.
That's the big thing. Still nobody out in the inning. Quick 4 spot.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Scott in left. Ortiz retired, 1 away. Koji Uehara giving up his 1st home run in the 7 innings that he's worked this year. And the homer continues to be a problem for the bullpen. J.D. Drew, he will take it for a strike. Orioles bullpen has now surrendered a league-leading 15 homers. And leading is not the appropriate term there. A league high. There's Daniel Bard warming up for the Red Sox. One ball, 1 strike count on J.D. Drew. So the performance by Jeremy Guthrie will go by the wayside. Non-decision, an outstanding one nevertheless. And Beckett, the other starter, both indeed. 2-1 delivery and held off. 3-1.
And how quickly it can all get washed away.
Drew waiting. 3-1 delivery. Foul tipped. 3-2.
And going into this 8th inning, 7 innings tonight and 1 run and 9 yesterday. Really kept this offense down for about as long as you could hope or expect to.
I want to remind you, the Junior Orioles Dugout Club is a great family value. You get the kids tickets, 14 and under, 10 games, exclusive hat, membership card, lunch bucket, subscription to the kids magazine, only $20. 3-2 delivery on the way to Drew, and a check swing, and he walked it. So J.D. Drew is on. He gets the free pass, the 3rd walk to have been picked up by the Red Sox in the ballgame. Club that leads the league in free passes.
And the big thing is the 2 in this inning.
Koji, 5 walks in 44 innings in 2010. 5. 4 walks in 7 innings so far this year. Here is Lowry, a single and struck out twice. Red Sox with the 4 runs in on 3 hits and a walk. Lowry fouls it back. A single in the 4th inning, his lone hit in the series. He is 1 for 7. So for the Orioles, this is going to have to be a bootstrap game. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And will miss outside with it. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lowry. Red Sox are certainly hoping that homer by Youkilis will be a sign of things to come. Get out of his funk. Swung on, foul tipped. Count will stay at 1-2. Only one away. The infield looking for a ground ball here to try and turn 2 on Lowry. Runner not going, and the pitch is away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Koji just missing. I've seen him with flawless control and command for so long. Just when he's a little bit off, just not used to it.
Lee holding the runner at first. 2-2 delivered, and he got it. Lowry goes down swinging for the 3rd time in the game.
Now they've had his number pretty much in the series. Also got him one in last night's game. Expands the zone up.
Lowry with only 7 strikeouts coming into the ball game has added 3 in this one. Here's Kyle Crawford. 2 down now. Crawford is 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 7 in the 2 games. And that will be a ball as it missed up high. Kyle Crawford, a lifetime .307 hitter against the Orioles. All those games for Tampa Bay.
And just 1 for 7 against Koji.
1-0 delivery on the way. Markakis. Jones calls him off and makes the catch. But 8 batters come to the plate in the 8th inning. 4 runs are scored, and this game is knotted. Obviously upset with the home run picked up by Euclid that tied the ball game up. So we will go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and Daniel Bard will come on to do the pitching.
Yeah, working his 11th game, 0-2 record, a little bit of a lofty. He had a marvelous year last year for the Red Sox. 10 in the 3rd, 8 hits, 10 strikeouts. One of the harder throwers around. Had a ton of holds last year for the Red Sox. Last pitched on Saturday. Finished off Dice K's 5-0 shutout against the Angels. And he's gone 7 straight outings scoreless since allowing a run way back to Cleveland when Cleveland was red hot. So we're getting high-powered power arm, upper to sometimes triple digits with a pretty good slider.
Nick Markakis will lead it off against him. Nick is 1 for 6 against Bard. Nick looking for his first hit tonight. 0 for 3, 1 for 8 in the 2 games. Fastball bearing in on him, foul tipped. Bard appearing for the 14th time, all in relief against the Orioles in his career. He has given up 4 runs on 9 hits in 14 innings. The 2.51 ERA against the O's. 0-1 count. To the backstop it goes. 1-1. So the Orioles getting RBIs from Robertson, a sac fly, back-to-back homers. Scott 2 RBIs, Jones another. Had the 4-0 lead. RBI single Gonzalez and a 3-run homer by Youkilis in the 8th inning, tying it up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Markakis takes it and it's away. 2-1. Yankees got a 3-1 win over the White Sox in New York. That game a final, so the Yankees have won their 13th game, and the White Sox are now 10-15 in last place in the Central. Orioles have 4 games coming up in Chicago. That's going to be a base hit. So Nick Markakis gets what the Orioles needed. Lead-off man on in the 8th.
That's a lot of ground balls to second base through this recent slump. This one real quick to the ball and splits the first baseman, second baseman combo. Get that leadoff man on.
And that will bring up Lee, the double and single in the ball game, and he is grounded out. He's been involved in what has been one of the big plays of the game in the 4th inning. His double with one away that set up a 3-run 3rd inning was a blooper that fell in between Pedroia, Ellsbury, and Drew in right center. 1 strikeout. Fastball coming in. Fouled off, and quickly Bard gets ahead on the count. 2 strikes. Reminder, follow the Orioles with the MLB.com at bat 2011 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Scores, highlights, live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking. All available. Text at bat 31826 or go to Orioles.com for details. 2-strike count. Lee had to go after it, and he got it. Crawford stopping at second base. Markakis 2 on and nobody out.
Well, Bard's going to throw him a spinner right in the middle of the plate. You see it hanging on the inside part. Lucky only a single out of this.
So the Orioles looking to get the lead right back in the bottom of the 8th inning. Vladimir Guerrero 0 for 3 in the game. 3 for 7 in the series. Orioles now with 9 hits in the game. The Red Sox 10. And that's going to get away. And that will put 2 in scoring position.
Look at this pitch. It's definitely a cross-up. You can see the glove of Varitek expecting a fastball. He had no chance. I'm going to go out and talk about it, but that's pretty helpless feeling for the catcher when you throw 97 to 100.
They're going to call it a pass ball.
Well, they have to. I mean, pretty much it's in the air, but it's when you throw as hard as Bard to cross up your catchers. Pretty much unexcusable.
Red Sox are doing things this year that you just don't identify with the quality of play we've seen out of the Red Sox over the last decade.
You can go back to the Lee Bloop double as an example where 3 players could have made the play. The catching and certainly the pitch selection has been very shaky this series.
The key for the Orioles, take advantage of it. So far they have. Infield in. Nobody out. 1-0 count on Guerrero. Wild cut. That's going to get away. And another run. Got him at the plate. Oh, big play. Nick Markakis on a head-first dive is out. 2-1.
Let's take a look. This ball again gets away from Varitek. This looks like a foul tip. Varitek right after it just shovels it to Bard. And it looks like Nick's left hand got caught up in Bard's foot. Watch right here. He'll just put it out. And it keeps his hand from tagging the plate. I'm sure it's pretty much accidental on the part of Bard just to get his foot down, and Markakis just unlucky.
Great call by Field and Calverth, home plate umpire. Boyers, a big play for the Red Sox. Now Lee goes over to third base. One away. 1-1 on Guerrero. Guerrero gets the base hit. Lee will score, and the Orioles have the lead back at 5-4.
Not wasting any time. Just a bullet back up the middle. He hit it like he threw it. He threw it hard and he hit it hard.
The Guerrero gets his 10th run batted in. And the Orioles come right back to take the lead. Still only one down. Luke Scott up. The full shift put on against him, as Bard has given up 3 hits in the inning. Scott the other way on the fly ball. Crawford a long way to get over. A lot of hang time on it. He'll put it away, and Scott's retired. And there are 2 down. Adam Jones 2 for 3 with a home run, lifetime off Bard. If this game stays this way, the Red Sox will talk about shooting themselves in the foot, and the Orioles will talk about taking advantage of opportunities.
Yep. Absolutely.
There are 2 down, and obviously it's not over. Each team with 10 hits. And Jones takes it down low. For Adam in the ball game. He got that 5th home run, 4th inning, back-to-back with Scott, and also has delivered a double. And a chance to do more right here. Guerrero being held at first. One and 1. Closer is up. Kevin Gregg.
Kevin Gregg worked in last night's game. Very clean 9th inning, going through the bottom of the Red Sox order.
A 1-ball, 1-strike count. Slide on that one, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's one of the better sliders he's thrown.
Buck Showalter's team looking to guarantee a series win and a chance at a sweep. They had the 4-0 lead. They now have a 5-4 lead. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and a wild cut. Varitek will get it, put the tag on, and that's the inning. Strange inning. The Orioles get a run. They do it on 3 hits. They're up by 1 to the 9th. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Well, quite a ball game. Interesting game. Here comes Greg on looking for the save.
Yeah, to say the least. Worked in last night's game. Got the save going through the bottom of this Red Sox order. And he'll be going through the bottom of it once again. Ninth game of the season. I figured they'd send out a pinch hitter for Veritek. It'd be Marco Scudero starting off against Greg. Again, usually when he is right, throws strikes and gets ahead.
So Scudero hitting for Veritek as we go to the ninth inning. And he's taking, and it is in there for a strike. And Greg will miss outside. Yeah.
Greg's it.
Felix Pie in left field, replacing Scott defensively. That run, by the way, in the eighth inning is unearned based on the pass ball, which has the same effect as an error. Bard charged with a run on 3 hits, an unearned run. That one to right field. Markakis is over. Scudero's retired. One down. There's the voting. AT&T Player of the Game. You can still cast your vote, A, B, or C, to 51862. The results coming up in the O's Extra post-game show. So Bard would be the pitcher of record at the moment. And we're not sure about Koji Uehara. He would be technically, but I think it's a situation where the official scorer would have a right to say he was ineffective and could go to Ricardo. Rapata, maybe not. Ricardo was charged with 2 runs on a hit in an inning. Rapata a run on a hit in no part of an inning. So not much of a choice.
Have to give it to Guthrie.
Probably give it to Guthrie, who deserves it. Ellsbury. He has 2 singles and a double. A run scored in the ball game. 6-game hit streak for the leadoff batter. Greg's got one away here in the top of the 9th inning. And we'll take it for a strike, 1 and 2.
And this really has been his club over the years, certainly with the Blue Jays. 2-0 with an ERA of 0.89 against the Red Sox and 5 for 5 in save opportunities.
One-two delivery. Popped him up. Third base. And Reynolds has got it. And there are 2 down in the 9th. For every Orioles walk this year, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to the Living Classroom Foundation. 52 walks, $2,600. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Oriole fans on their feet as the Orioles have a chance. Take the first 2 down to third. Up Pedroia. Reynolds got it. Orioles win. The Orioles get their second 1-run win, 2-1 in 1-run ball games. The Red Sox now 1-4 in 1-run games, and the Orioles have a chance at a sweep tomorrow.